Hey everyone, TK here with boothang. Say hi, boothang.
Good afternoon.
So we are here to do a marriage tag. So we are going to be asking or answering questions about each other and our relationship. So I think my boothang is going to start.
Okay, so let me get the ball rolling here. If I had to describe my wife, Tennille Kimoy Knight, in one word, I would use the word strong. She's physically strong, yes. She's mentally strong as well. And she's very, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Strong-minded?
Very strong-minded. So that's the word I would use when it comes to Tennille. Strong.
I would describe Joel as, what I really want to say is annoying, but I'm not going to use that, obviously. I would say charismatic.
But you just used the word annoying.
Yeah, but that was a joke.
I heard.
Anyway, charismatic because he is able to meet people and get along with anyone that he comes in contact with. Any job that he starts or any environment that he's in, everyone seems to be his friend. And I'm always like, you can't have so many friends. Not everyone is your friend. So I would say that he is very charismatic.
Let's see where this is going.
Where is it going?
We're about to find out.
Well, for those of you who are not in our immediate circle, Joel is a very talented musician, and the piano is his girlfriend. So if you don't see him in our community and you don't know him on the weekends, he is an amazingly gifted pianist.
Well, thank you. One thing I'll say that people don't know about Tennille is every night before she goes to bed, she has to watch her Ratchet TV. And she watches like these silly shows, and you just hear people arguing about the dumbest things. But every night, the laptop is on the bed, and she watches her Love and Hip Hop Atlanta or Preachers. What's that?
I don't really watch Preachers.
You used to.
I watch Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, The Next 15. Okay, so let me explain. I like to watch Ratchet TV because it helps me clear my mind, if that makes sense. There's so many things going on in my head with family, with work, with life, with blogging, that when I watch Ratchet TV, I actually don't have to think about anything.
You don't have to think, you're right, because it's so dumb.
It is dumb, but it's not my reality, so it's just fun to watch.
She likes to watch Ratchet TV. Well, the last time I said I love you to Tennille was today.
We said it to each other.
Well, I said it first, so
it's not a competition.
No, but I'm just making it known that I said it first, and you just repeated it. So the last time I said I love you to Tennille, today.
Well, the first thing I do in the morning is I pray, and then I turn off my alarm, and then I pray, and then I get up and I go to the washroom.
I make a lot of noise. You don't want to add that part?
I make a lot of noise?
I didn't start it when I said it.
Okay.
The first thing I do, I'm a man, and there's one thing that we do when we wake up. I head straight to the bathroom. That's the first thing that I do, and then I not worry, but then I take care of other things after that. I met Tennille at church. Apparently, she was going to the church before I actually
Noticed me.
noticed her. But the time that I actually did notice her was at choir practice when my cousin told me that the first time I saw Tennille there, I went up to my cousin Tansy and I said, "Who is that girl?" She told me who she was, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna marry her." And I was a teenager, probably 16, 17 at the most. And I said, I'm just gonna marry her, and well, 15 years later, ta-da.
Do you even remember?
Where we went for our first date was the movie theater. That was so long ago. I don't remember what movie we saw.
When Scarborough Town Center had $2 movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Where we went.
We went on our first date. We watched a Toonie movie. That was our first date.
Okay, so my first impression of him was that he was rude and full of himself. And
don't hold back.
But I told you this. We were friends before we ever started dating. And I did think that you were kind of like rude and you were kind of almost like a bully, but not really a bully. I don't know if it's because he was like known or I'm not sure, but I just got this vibe like he was thought he was the best thing since sliced bread, so.
No.
But then I got to know him, and obviously that's not really how he was. He was charming and caring and affectionate and
that's why you shouldn't
loving.
judge a book by its cover.
Well, that was the impression I was getting, so.
Based on what?
Based on the actions that I was seeing.
Next question. When did I first meet Tennille's family? Okay, this is the problem with Tennille's family. Everyone is family in their family as far as they're concerned. So...
I could say the same thing for yours.
No. I was talking. Thanks. Everyone's Tennille's family. So, I met her mom when we started dating. I met her at the house, at Tennille's house. And then she had a little sister, Tegan. So I met those two. And then she has an abundance.
You met my aunt at church. You would have seen.
Yeah, well, I knew her aunt
cousin
from before, and her cousin, Petra.
Choir.
And then I met the rest here and there.
Family dinners.
Just finding out like last year that certain people that were family aren't family, and this one is not family, but that one is family. So I'm still trying to understand the dynamic of her family. Yeah, I met them, the core ones, pretty early, I would say. Tina and I have been together for a portion of time. We dated when I was in high school. We dated some college. And then we dated before we got married. So I don't know how to call it in years.
And we've been married almost 5 years.
So yeah, we dated a few times.
Unusual habit.
You can give an unusual habit about me. If I don't like
it. An unusual habit that he has is that he needs to be plucked. So there are tweezers.
Why you putting my
everywhere?
Yo, see, this is what I'm talking about.
In our house, downstairs, upstairs, in the car. He has this thing where it's like that's just a part of like our routine. Like he's like, "Oh, can you pluck me tonight?" Like that's just his thing. So that's an unusual habit.
Let me explain something. Because just the other day I was talking to my boy Sean D'Souza, and he was talking to me about ingrown hairs and how sometimes he needs them to be taken or whatever. Guys don't like ingrown hairs. So, no, you had your chance.
With it.
Okay, so Nah, I just gotta explain before
You
people
don't have
look
to
at me and take away my
explain.
man card.
You're all man, dear. I'm just saying
I am.
That's an unusual habit.
It's not unusual. Guys don't like ingrown hairs. It's that simple. Just take them out.
Do we have any traditions?
No, I wouldn't say that we have any traditions. We try to do things like go on dates to places that we've been before, but we don't really have any traditions.
Not really. We try to do family things. We try to like celebrate important milestones, I guess, in our lives.
Yeah.
We open our Christmas stockings on Christmas Eve. That's what I think would be like our only tradition that we have.
I guess, yeah. Our first road trip as a couple was, as an engaged couple, we could say, because we've been on other road trips. Our first real road trip, forget that, was to Florida.
Yes.
With BT.
My cousin.
We went to Florida. That was an interesting ride. BT got in a motorcycle accident that trip. BT, do you remember? And his cousin told him not to ride or be careful riding the motorcycle. But he went on without the helmet, without padding, and needless to say, he didn't drive back. But that was our first road trip.
I guess back then, like when we first met, I was super young. But
why do you make it seem like that? Like I was like robbing the cradle.
No, we were both super young.
Okay, let me say that part. It comes across
okay, we
awkward.
were both super young. I would say the first thing that I noticed was that he was admired by a lot of people, young, old, and it seemed like a lot of people respected him.
The first thing I noticed about Tanio was the way that she carried herself. I'm making this up, but let's go on to the next question. I don't know.